It's Tuesday, it's Question Tuesday, the day I answer real questions from real internauts. Did you speak Russian growing up? Yes, my mother's a language teacher, and so language acquisition was always a priority in my house when I was little. Do you speak Arabic? يعني هذا يعتمد على ما تعتبر لغة عربية ولكن بشكل عام يمكنني أن أقول نعم. How is learning Arabic compared with learning other languages? I think I've had to approach learning Arabic a little bit more scientifically than I'd learn other languages just because the morphology is so extensive and systematized. It's okay if those words don't mean anything to you, it's just a fancy way of saying Arabic presents its own challenges, and I think they're kind of fun. What's your favorite language? Whichever one I'm learning next. How did you become a Nerdfighter? I actually started watching Molly Lewis's ukulele videos on YouTube, and then when she mentioned playing at a Nerdfighter event, I got intrigued, found my way over to the Vlogbrothers channel, and you know how the rest of the story goes. How's Spain? Great, thanks for asking. What's your musical background? Like a good Russian immigrant child, I started playing the piano when I was 6, started playing the violin when I was 8, and somewhere along the way I also picked up ukulele, accordion, and guitar, and tin whistle. I still think like a pianist even though I haven't been playing much of anything recently because of my rampant mobility, but it's definitely something that's shaped the way I think. Do you own any rubber ducks? No, but that's an excellent idea. Thank you for the suggestion. Any advice for interesting things to do with string instruments? Learn about the details of techniques and applications outside your own tradition. One of the most interesting things I got to do as a violinist was study Irish fiddle for a couple of months, and I think that ultimately influenced me a lot in how I think about melody and ornamentation. Which starter Pokemon? Bulbasaur. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Botswana to Thailand, Milan via Amsterdam, Mali to Bali, Ohio, Oahu. How has your life online affected you in real life? I think maintaining Twitter and YouTube's accounts have made me much more aware of how I communicate and how I disseminate information as well as how I consume it. And it's also made me very careful about making sure I'm the same person online no matter what I'm saying or doing. Why did you decide to start learning about the Middle East? When the 2006 Lebanon war broke out, I was at a church summer camp where about 80% of the people were Arab, and when I witnessed my friends' reactions, I started thinking about the troubles and complications in the region, not just in terms of geostrategy or politics, but in terms of people and their identity and their daily struggles, and that's really what drew me in. What is your favorite word in English? Today I'm really enjoying eviscerate. What's your favorite word of all time? Hospital in Arabic is mustashfa, and I just think it's really fun to say. Mustashfa. Can you give us a good quiche recipe? Yes, but you'll have to ask a more direct question than that. Favorite novel? The Great Gatsby. We know you're on the wrong team in Zombies vs. Unicorns, but how do you feel about Pirates vs. Ninjas? First of all, I resent your preamble, and second of all, I think highly trained killing machines will always prevail over 19th century alcoholic invalids. Weapon of choice? Compassion. Who's in your current guilt-free 3? I'm not gonna answer that question. If someone could only watch one more YouTube video today, which one would you recommend? My friend Amanda's video about YouTube in real life. I'm going to put a link right here. Are you hungry? Almost always. Want to go camping? Okay. Have you been in any plays? I did a number of plays in high school and one show in college, but you'll have to wait until I publish my memoirs to find out the details about that. What YouTubers have you met? I met John Green very briefly at the Will Grayson event in DC last year. I gave him a pecan pie. If happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? Some kind of job that would involve thinking about myself as little as possible. What makes you happiest? Thinking about myself as little as possible. What is your favorite vice? Thinking about myself. If you could only say 5 words to Barack Obama, what would they be? Remember that you're everyone's president. What's the most interesting place you've ever been? Jerusalem. What's your favorite reptile? I've always had a certain fondness for chameleons, and I'm not entirely sure why. That's it for this week's Question Tuesday. See you tomorrow for Poem Wednesday.